Hello and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. MPs from across the political spectrum have said the Charity Commission was wrong to deny charitable status to a Plymouth Brethren group. The Commission refused to register their assemblies in Devon because their Holy Communion services are for members only. More than 60 MPs have signed an early day motion saying they believe Christian groups who are serving the community have the right to charitable status and should not be subject to politically correct bias. The motion also warned that the case had widespread implications for all Christian charitable trusts. Government Minister Nick Hurd has called for the issue to be resolved quickly. A new survey has found that David Cameron's push to redefine marriage is turning voters away from his Conservative Party. The Comres poll found that more than a third of disaffected Tory voters are less likely to vote for them again because of the plans for same-sex marriage. Of those who voted Tory in 2010 but say they may not do so next time, 36% say the policy is driving them further away. The survey also revealed that 62% agreed with the statement that marriage should continue to be defined as a lifelong exclusive commitment between a man and a woman. Only 28% disagreed. Among Conservative voters, these figures widened further to 68% and 23% respectively. Even among the other political parties, a majority of Labour and Lib Dem voters also backed the current definition, increasing the pressure on Ed Miliband and Nick Clegg to give their MPs a free vote on the issue. Following the clear message from these latest figures, the government appears to be panicking over the timetable for implementing their plans. The Daily Mail reported that a government source was quoted saying David Cameron wants to get it done and get it done quickly. But a spokesman for the Department for Culture, Media and Sport, which holds the Equalities Brief, said that reports about the timetable for any legislation were just speculation. We will publish the government's response to the consultation on equal civil marriage before Christmas. It is premature to discuss the timetable of a bill before that. This is an emotive issue and will be thoroughly discussed in both Houses of Parliament. Colin Hart, campaign director of the Coalition for Marriage, said, "We knew that our campaign was hitting home very effectively. We knew we were making headway and that the government could panic like this." Two of the country's biggest retailers are asking the government for an increase in Sunday trading hours on December the 23rd, which is expected to be the busiest shopping day of the year. Andy Clark of Asda and Dalton Phillips of Morrisons have sent a letter to Michael Fallon, the business minister, calling for a 2-hour extension. Mr Phillips said it was ridiculous that shops may only open for 6 hours on the busiest day of the year, when hours were extended during the Olympics. But Tesco commented that customers already have a large and growing choice about when and how they shop, adding that for many of its shoppers, Sunday remains a special day. And the Department for Business, Innovation and Skills said that a wider debate and new legislation would be required, adding, "There were no further plans to relax Sunday trading regulations." Alex Salmond's local church minister has raised concerns about the Scottish Government's bid to redefine marriage. The Revd Andrew Fothergill said, "We have as celebrants some concerns about the assurances that have been given by the Scottish Government about the safeguards it intends to put in place. I think many of us are a bit nervous about what protection it can actually offer." Alex Salmond occasionally attends the Stricken and Tyree Parish Church in Aberdeenshire, where Revd Fothergill ministers. Allotment holders in Leeds have been asked by council officials about their sexual orientation in a survey branded ridiculous and intrusive. Part of the questionnaire asked people to state whether they were heterosexual, gay or bisexual. But one councillor, Ron Graham, has joined with allotment holders in criticising the surveys, saying sexual orientation has nothing to do with gardening, adding, "We are talking about people growing potatoes, onions, leeks or whatever. I am all for equality, but this is just ridiculous." Last year, Community Secretary Eric Pickles issued statutory guidance to councils saying there is no need for them to carry out intrusive lifestyle or diversity questionnaires. And finally, Fabrice Muamba, the footballer who almost died after having a heart attack during an FA Cup match earlier this year, has been talking about his experience and how he believes that God spared his life for a purpose. Bolton Wanderers opened their stadium for fans to go in and pray for the player while he was still ill, and his manager at the time, Owen Coyle, said that the prayers were a real source of strength to his family. Although Fabrice announced his retirement from professional football in the summer, he has since hinted that he could resume his playing career if heart specialists give him the all clear. During an interview for Premier Christian Radio, he was asked if he thought he had survived his ordeal for a purpose.
I believe everybody here for a reason, and I've got a reason and a season in my life, and my reason is probably to spread the word of God and to testify how good it's been to me, and to tell everybody that He can heal you, He can protect you, He can do everything, He can be everything you could want to be. That's just the same God. So to me, it's a huge message that regarding my life, regarding what happened to me, that I'm still here standing tall and talking to people.
Well, that's all for this week. For more information and regular updates on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.